The moon hung low, casting an eerie glow over the withered fields that stretched beyond the horizon. The stench of decay lingered in the air, a reminder of the barren land that had long since surrendered to time. I stood amidst the ruins, a solitary figure in the desolation, the silence pressing against me like an unwelcome companion. It was a fitting place for reflection, though I loathed the creeping thoughts that stirred within me. The farmer lay slumped against a splintered fence post, his breath shallow, his body failing. He had not run, even when he realized what I was. It wasn't bravery, it was resignation. There was a kind of quiet defiance in his gaze, as if he had already made peace with the inevitable. I could smell the sickness in his blood, a sickness that made him useless to me. Yet, something in his weary demeanor unnerved me more than fear ever could. For centuries, I had thrived on the hunt, each life taken feeding the insatiable void within me. I was efficient, calculating, and above all, unapologetic. Mortals were fleeting, their lives mere flickers against the eternal blaze of my existence. Yet, standing before this man, I felt a disquiet I could not name. He did not plead, nor did he curse. Instead, he watched me with a gaze that pierced through the centuries of violence and indifference, as though he saw something in me I could not. My memories began to stir unbidden, unearthing names and faces long buried beneath the weight of time. Cecile, whose laughter had been a balm to a life I scarcely remembered. Denny, whose unwavering trust had been a casualty of my hunger. And Evangeline, whose final gasp haunted me still. Their echoes clawed at the walls of my mind, demanding recognition, forcing me to confront what I had long denied. I had told myself they were necessary sacrifices, steps on a path I had no choice but to walk. But now, the justification felt hollow. The farmer's presence forced me into a confrontation I was unprepared for. He was not my prey, yet he challenged me in ways no victim ever had. Was I truly bound to this existence, a creature of instinct and appetite? Or had I chosen it, reveling in the power it afforded me while discarding the fragments of humanity I still possessed? These questions gnawed at me, their weight more oppressive than the silence of the fields. As I turned to leave, the wind whispered through the dead stalks, carrying with it the faintest trace of hope, or perhaps merely mockery. The farmer would not survive the night, and yet his presence lingered, a reminder that even the most fleeting of lives could leave an indelible mark. My steps faltered as the realization took hold. Change was possible, but it would demand a reckoning far greater than any I had faced. The thought was both terrifying and exhilarating. I vanished into the shadows, leaving the farmer to his final moments. Yet, I carried with me the seed of a question, one that refused to be silenced. Could I rise above the monster I had become, or was I destined to remain shackled to the darkness? The answer was not yet clear, but for the first time in centuries, I found myself searching for it.